A warm welcome to one and all. This is Rushali and you are watching Power Electronics and Applications series. In our last video, we have studied the HVDC, that is a high voltage DC transmission line. In this video, we are going to learn about the UPS, that is uninterruptible power supply, online as well as offline mode. So you might have seen these UPS. So its applications are a chemical plant process control, medical intensive care system, safety monitors, or a major computer installations. So in these all applications we use UPS systems, where even a temporary loss of a supply could have a severe consequences. In case of medical intensive care systems or in case of monitors in chemical plants, the temporary loss is also cannot be bearable. So there is a need to provide an uninterruptible power supply system which can maintain a supply under all conditions. In case of a failure, there should be a backup. So what are the functions of UPS? To provide uninterruptible or interrupted free supply of a power to AC load, which cannot be directly fed from the DC source. So DC is required to be converted into AC. Now we will see the block diagram. So this UPS provides a good quality power to the load at all conditions of a supply power. It regulates the load voltage when the mains voltage fluctuates. It provides complete isolation between load and the mains. UPS suppresses the line transient, that is a voltage spikes, and it minimizes EMI, that is a RFI problems. It provides constant voltage and constant frequency supply to the critical load. So these are the functions of UPS. Now we will see the block diagram. So this is a block diagram which consists of, the first block is a rectifier charger to which the single phase or three phase AC mains, that is a 50 Hz supply or the input is given. So the input of this rectifier is AC and it will convert it into DC. So this will be given to the next block, that is the inverter. Inverter will again convert the DC to AC. Then it will get filtered and given to the critical load. So here you can see this UPS also acts as an isolator. The single phase or three phase AC supply, that is input, will be isolated from the critical load. So the function of first block, that is a rectifier or charger, it converts a single phase or three phase AC voltage into DC voltage. Then it will be fed to inverter as well as the battery bank. So it supplies power to inverter and battery bank to charge. Then the next block is inverter. If the single phase or three phase AC mains are on, that is it's working, then it gets a DC input voltage from the rectifier when the AC main is on. But when it is off, then it will get from the battery bank when the AC main is off. Then inverter converts this DC voltage into AC voltage and it will pass through the suitable filter that applies to the load. If the PWM inverter is used, then this filter circuit can be eliminated. So a static switch will connect to or disconnect the battery from the input of the inverter depending on the status of AC main. So here will be one static switch. If the AC main is on, then it will be open and this will not connect to inverter. If AC main fails, then this will be on and battery bank will get connected to inverter. Then talking about the UPS configuration, there are three types: online, offline and line interactive UPS system. So in this we are going to study online as well as offline. So let's start with the first one, online UPS, that is an inverter preferred. So load is always connected to the inverter through the UPS static switch. Here is the inverter, here is the load which is connected through this UPS static switch. The UPS static switch is normally in on state. In that case, the main static off switch is used only when the UPS is to be bypassed. When the AC mains is on, the rectifier circuit will supply the power to inverter as well as to battery if it is on. Therefore, the rectifier acts as a charger. Hence, its ratings are usually higher. The inverter output is connected to the load via this UPS static switch, and the battery will be charged in this mode 1. In mode 2, what will happen? If the supply power fails, so if this single phase or 3-phase supply is not working, then the rectifier output will be 0. Hence, the battery bank now supplies the power to inverter without any interruption or delay. There will not be any change in the inverter as well as the load. After restoration of the line supply, the charger supplies inverter and recharges the battery bank automatically. First in constant current mode, then in constant potential mode. The various rates of battery recharge may be set depending upon the application. So this is about the second mode, that is mode 2 of online UPS system. So the inverter has to be designed carefully because it supplies the load continuously. There should not be frequent failure of inverter system. And about mode 3, when the UPS fails, that is if the inverter fails, then the normally off main static switch is now turned on. It automatically transfers the AC line to the load in less than 1/4 cycle period with the no phase discontinuity. This not only maintains power to the load but also actuates the false alarm signal to draw attention of the attendant. This type of system is more popular as it provides full isolation of the critical load, as I said, with the AC line, that is isolation between load and input. It also provides power conditioning, and the mode of operation does not change during the power failure. Its changeover time is very less, theoretically 0, and there is no interruption during the transfer from line to battery and vice versa. This system protects the critical load against surges, spikes, line noise, frequency and voltage variations, brownout and outages. So this is not available in offline systems. So these are the advantages of online. Now these are the specification of online UPS. Here are given power rating, output voltage, output frequency, input voltage, power factor, backup time, THD, efficiency, protection provided, etc. Then talking about the offline UPS, which is a line preferred, the only difference between offline and online UPS is that the main static switch here is normally in on state. It connects to the AC main directly to the load when the mains is on. So here you can see the main static switch, which is in normally on mode, which is directly connected from AC main line to load. The battery charger is stabilized in this case. as it maintains the battery on the float at fully charged condition, and also it provides the stabilized power to the inverter. The other static switch, that is this UPS static switch, is normal in off state. The other static switch, which is in off state, is closed only when the main fills. Thus, in the offline UPS, the inverter comes into the circuit only when the mains fills. The rectifier or charger to the charge battery bank, it gives DC supply, and thus its size and power rating is lower than that of the online UPS system charger. Under the condition of mains failure, the static switch operates to disconnect the mains from the load and connect the load to the UPS output. The battery will then supply the power to the load via inverter. The total time taken to sense the power failure and make the changeover from mains to UPS is about 5 milliseconds, which is the 1/4 of the cycle. And in this case, no isolation is provided between the load and mains, so this offline UPS is not recommended for highly critical loads. Now we will see the specification of offline UPS. So similar to that of online UPS system, these are the different specifications of the offline UPS. Now you have a homework. You have studied the online UPS and offline UPS. So you have to do the comparative study of online UPS versus offline UPS. As I have already told that online UPS is better than offline UPS, but you have to write down or think about the points. Till then, thank you. Stay home, stay safe, and happy e-learning.